this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
30 base. You get block me. You get block me. You get block me. Check 31. Check 31. Be good.
On 1st down, Costello. And complete right side to Cook. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They got to get after him one more time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
7 yards there and a first down.
Go. Go. 51,
They keep it with Smith on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. From just shy of midfield, Ryan, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Ready, set. Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Got you, boy. I got you. Snap.
From the gun, Costello. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over, so that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Ryan. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Hey, Zoo. 42's a mark, 42's a mark. Check back. Five.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air on second down. Costello. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the...
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first down carry for Smith. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run with Smith. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Costello. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got him. Hey, Strickland.
To throw again is Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 24.
Now it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
Switch.
They'll run for it here with Smith. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
80 weapons. Let's go, D. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Costello. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, as the first half is winding down, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey. 45. Ready.
Off play action. Costello steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle.
61.
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On first down, Green. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. They go play action with Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. David Onyemata in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. To throw is Ryan. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Here we go.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
His kick is absolutely perfect. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire. And they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
12 yards there and a 1st down. Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Hey, Tuesday. 21.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. This is caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. On the counter, it's Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Watch tight end. Hey!
Throwing on 1st down. Costello looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
22. Check 3.
Now Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by a former 1st-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd and short.
You better be afraid of me. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check out now.
Operating from the gun. Costello. That's complete to Meredith. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
218, chopper. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Set the tone, defense. Hey, ready?
To throw again. Costello. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Costello. And that's incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide.
And he's into the clear. The 40, 30, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Costello. And Cook has it left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This is taken at the 23. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, 59, ready? Hey,
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Hey, Alpha. Come on, QB. Come on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. He juked him. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
It's caught inside the 25. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
On first down, Costello. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Costello. And complete right side to Cook. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And it is no good, so maybe a little final act of mercy there, and that's how this